Hi guys, this is our last video and we're going to cover a topic over gardening. I got my two little helpers here again, but I appreciate them helping me out with my homework. So let's go ahead and get started. Today, like I said, we're going to talk about how to get a garden started. Fortunately in Florida, we are able to have 2 seasons of gardening. The kids and I have had a chance to have a spring garden, but this is our first time we're going to do a fall garden. So we wanted to talk a little bit more about how to get started and what we're going to do. So 2 of the things that we wanted to cover today are what materials we'll need and the steps to prepare for our fall garden. It's important. Spring is about the same as in the fall, but there's certain types of plants that work better for the fall. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that. And then also how to plant your seeds. We're going to put them in little starter cups and start them out here first. You could do it that way, or you could also just start them out in your backyard in your garden. But today we wanted to go ahead and show you guys how to do a starter plant, which most of you probably know, but we're going to go over it anyway. So let's get started. So first off, we're going to do a little activity to help us know how many seeds we will need for our garden. So we have a little story, and the boys are going to help me with it. I'll let you guys have that. Okay? And it's called Farmer Joe's Garden. So Farmer Joe wants to plant a garden, but he needs our help. He wants to plant onions, cucumbers, and squash in rows. By using the squares in your worksheet, we can help Farmer Joe find out how many seeds he will need for each of the vegetables. Would you guys like to help?
Yeah.
Yes? Alright, so let's get started. So for onions, on our little worksheet, and I've attached it too, so you guys can follow along. For each square, it says the onions, we can have 5 seeds. So let's count them up. And we're going to do it to 10 squares. That's how long his row is, 10 squares. So we had 5,
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
50. Can you write 50 in the last box, Sergio?
50 is easy. All you have to
Yeah.
do is 5, 5.
And 50, right? And that's how many seeds you need for the first row. 50 seeds. Can you write 50 up here?
What?
Because that's how many seeds we need in the first row. He's going to plant 3 rows, though. So we had 50. In the second row, we'd have 100. And in the third row, we had, what is this number, Serge?
150.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you fill it in for us?
55, 56, 65, 6, 70, 75.
Adrian, why do you think it's important that we need to know how many seeds we need before we even get started?
Because we have to know how much Farmer Joe needs to plant.
But why do you think that'd be important to know?
Because if you don't know how to plant a garden and the other people don't know how to plant a garden, who is going to give you vegetables?
That's true. So one of the important things you need to know is how much to begin with. You don't want to have too many seeds or not enough seeds for what you want to do, right?
Yes.
So that's why you need to know, okay, whenever I'm getting started, I want to do rows of this many, and I need plants to cover all of them, right? That's part of the planning, right? You gotta plan your garden first.
105.
110, right? Yeah, you're right. 110. 110. 1, 0. And then 15, so 115. Okay. And it's just like this first row, except for a 1 in front of it, right?
So 1, 2, then 7.
Ignore the second one. So 1
Oh,
and then 2,
1.
0. Right? 120. So 1, 2,
0.
Just like that. Yep.
1, 2, 5.
Yep.
1, 3, 6.
This helps us put in our mind what we need to do
1,
when we're out there in the backyard, right?
5. 4, 1, 4, 0. 4, 5.
And the last one we filled in, what is that number?
150.
Yep. So if Farmer Joe wanted to plant onions, and he can do 5 seeds for every square, and all, because he has 1, 2, 3 rows, by the end of the 3rd row, he has planted how many seeds?
150.
Yep, so let's put that in our little square. Right? Now it says Farmer Joe, he planted onions, but he also wanted to plant some cucumbers. Now cucumbers probably are not fall, but we'll do cucumbers anyway, because we
These
like
are
cucumbers, right?
No,
one's
that's
right
squash.
And it says he could put 2 seeds for every square.
Okay, I'll do that.
And he's only going to do 1 row, so we go 2,
4, 6, 8.
is the next even number?
9.
What's after 9? 9's an odd number, right?
10.
Yep. 10. Then that number. What was the number you wrote?
12.
12. What's the next one?
14.
What's the next even?
18.
16.
Oh, 16.
And then your number.
18.
And what's after 18? What's the next even number?
20.
20. So he's going to plant 1 row of cucumbers, and at the end of that row, how many seeds has he planted?
Squash.
20.
20.
So let's put that here.
You know how to do it? 20.
Yep.
Let me see how this
Right here, baby.
My handwriting's awesome.
And since he's only going to do 1 row, he's planted how many in all? Same number.
20.
Nope.
20.
That's what I said. Alright, Adrian, it's your turn. Now he wants to plant squash. And squash, you can only put 1 seed for every square. So how many is that?
1, 2, 3, 4,
Okay.
5. How do you write 5?
Right here's 1. Yep. Good job.
5.
Keep going.
6.
And then what's next?
7.
Yep.
8. 9. 10.
So at the end of the first row, we planted, how many seeds has he planted so far?
10.
Alright, so let's put that up in our little square.
Okay. Alright.
Okay. Well, remember he said he wanted to grow 2 rows. So
Okay.
let's go to the second row and let's finish it
11.
out.
That has a 0 and a 0 and a 0.
So we did
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, or
Yep, in the
17,
front.
18, 19, 20. Ignore this thing.
Yep, we can ignore it. What's the next one?
14,
Mm-hmm.
15.
Yep.
16,
Mm-hmm.
17,
Mm-hmm.
18,
Mm-hmm.
19,
Yep, and what's the last number?
1.
All right. So by the end of 2 rows, he has how many seeds that he's planted?
10, 20,
What's this number?
20.
20.
So that it goes in total?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have how many we need for each row, and then how many we need all together. So let's recap. So we've planted onions, and we've helped them figure out the onions, the cucumbers, and the squash. And so for the onions, we came up with how many altogether?
We all got, we got 100 right here. We got 100 here.
50. Right? That's what number right here?
150.
Yep.
150.
And for the
But
cucumbers,
50 plus 20 plus 110.
that's different.
What are
So we had all
doing?
together though, for the onions, we
So
ended
50
up with
plus 10 equals 60. Plus 2 equals 80.
80. So we need 80 seeds by the end of each row. But altogether, he needs to have how many onion seeds?
20, 20.
No, what's this word?
Oh,
What's the number?
150.
Yep, and altogether he needs to have
150.
how many cucumber seeds?
120.
Yeah. For all the rows he wants to plant. And for the squash, how many does he need?
20.
So before he begins his garden, he better make sure he has all these there. Otherwise, he can't do as many rows as he said. So I think he's pretty happy. Now he knows what he needs when he goes off to the store and buys his seed. Are you guys ready to start your second activity?
Yeah!
Yeah? Alright, let me see this bud.
That's the cursive N and a cursive
Mm-hmm.
A.
So now we know how many seeds we gotta go get. Okay? So, let's pretend we went to the store and we got our seeds. Which we did, didn't we? What did we get in here?
Baby
We
onions.
got our onion seeds at least. Right?
Yep.
So we're gonna do a little fun activity. This time around, I want you guys to help me put them in your little cups.
I got a fat onion.
You got your fat onion. Adrian, you got your cup? Okay. Did each of you get a seed?
Yes.
Okay.
Seed. Fat.
Yep.
Fat.
All right.
Zip.
Pick out your seed.
Super fat.
All right.
I put mine. They're all
Oh.
fat.
In order to get started, though, what we need for this one,
And soil.
yep. So we got
Moisture
little
stuff
cups.
that will keep
Yep.
plants moist.
Yep. So we need to, before we even get started, we needed to get our cups we're gonna use. You can go to Lowe's or anywhere, they'll have like the little peat cups you can put in the ground so you don't even have to take them out. But we're gonna use styrofoam cups just to get us started. But basically
Okay.
you can use just about anything. The nice thing is like the peat cups you can actually just plant in the ground and you don't have to because they're biodegradable. So, but we're not gonna use those, we're gonna use our styrofoams.
Wow.
You need a cup.
Adrian.
You need your
just poked
seeds.
a hole.
We need a little bit of water
Look in yours.
to feed our plant, and we need soil,
Do
right?
we need a?
So does everybody got their cup and everybody's got their seed, right? Can
Yeah.
I see your cup and can I see your seed? There's your cup and there's your seeds, right? I'm gonna give you these guys. You don't have to use these at home, but we're gonna use them. Okay. That's gonna help us dip out our water.
Yeah.
So before we put our seeds in our cup, what
We're
we
gonna
need.
we're gonna need moisture stuff that keep the
Yeah.
plants moist. We're gonna need that first, and then we gotta
Ooh.
dig a tiny, tiny hole
Yeah.
for our seed to go.
Yep, good job, bud.
Soil is the one that keeps every last plant in health.
This is not a promo for Miracle Grow, but that's what we got. So I'm going to take the cups.
Can I take my cup and get?
Here, I'll let you use this one.
Oh.
So you take potting soil, because that's what you start. Put it in your cup. There you go. Not quite all the way full, but pretty darn close.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. Serge, you want to do yours?
okay.
You ready? Hang on. You don't have to clean up. We'll clean up afterwards.
Okay.
Okay?
Now that was dirty.
Yep.
I hope it doesn't fall on the bottom.
That's good, bud. There you go. Okay.
Oh, my place.
So now you got your dirt in there. What you want to do?
Why is it gonna get on the table?
That's okay. You take it here, and you want to make a little hole in the middle, about an inch or so down.
Okay.
You see that?
Wait, let me see if I can make it.
Other way around. I better work there.
Okay, let's see.
Take your little thing. Yeah. There you go.
Squat it down.
You got a little hole.
Wait, and yes, yes.
Okay. Now take your little cup that I gave you. Let me see yours, Adrian.
Okay.
That's yours. Now, take this part here.
Get some water.
Yeah, just like that.
Me first.
Hang on.
We need water first.
So you want to put a little bit of water. Not a whole lot. That dampens it around there.
Wait.
You don't want to flood your seed. I give it a little bit of something.
Whoa.
Okay. Did you put
It's
some
like
in there
it's
again or
still
no? Not
gonna
yet?
be dry.
Yeah, that's okay. You got yours in there yet?
No. I got mine in. Mine dries up.
You'll put a little bit more in. Not much, but a little bit.
And mine's
That's good,
not.
Adrian. That's good.
Mine ain't even drying up.
Okay.
Mine's still dry.
Now, here's another important thing. You see your little onion seed?
Uh-huh.
You see this? The bottom. This part right here, this is the top. You want to make sure your top goes in the top.
Like this?
You see? Yep, just like that. Okay? Now take your dirt and cover it up. All the way. Need
It's starting to get sing.
you want? Yep, that's exactly what we want.
It's
You
a
want to?
sing. Can I get some water,
Yeah,
please?
hang on.
Can I do mine first?
Cover it up a little bit. You don't want to flood it too much. So each seed, you gotta follow the directions. So each seed will tell you how much extra. That's good. And Sergio?
Do yours.
Yeah. Some seeds you only have to go an inch down. Some you need to go 2 or 3. It all depends. But it depends on what plant you're gonna do.
Oops.
There you go. That's good enough.
Okay. That was
You
so
want to.
fun.
Take a little bit more. That's good. Just teeny bits of water to start with, okay?
I got a little bit of water.
That's good. Yep.
Let me get some more.
Oh, you're good.
Just the
Nope,
dirt.
this is Sergio's.
No, I got still got the dirt.
Yeah. That's yours.
Where did I do it?
Yep.
That's
I'm gonna put
leftover
a
dirt.
little bit more water on top.
Okay.
That'll work. That's good, Adrian.
Okay.
Okay? So these will let us sit. It might take about a week. I don't know. We'll have to see.
We'll have
While we're gone
So while we're gone,
on Thanksgiving, our little plants will be here. And Daddy will help us water them. Yep. Okay. Daddy will help us water them. And
Wow,
by the time we
mine
get
looks
back, I
like
bet
a
they'll be little
river.
sprouts. Yep. So, So now we know we've started our little plants right here.
Look at mine.
Yeah. And so we got our names on it, so we know
I
who's
threw
whose.
mine in the water.
That's okay. So now we know who's whose. So this year we're gonna put onions, okay? We'll plant onions, and now we know how to get them started in a little plant. Why do you think we would want to start them in our cups rather than putting them out in the dirt?
Because first you want to keep them, give them more moisturized stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You want to not let the crows go and peck out? Oh, you don't want the birds come down
Well,
and
one
steal
reason
your
might be-
seeds.
Yeah.
The birds like to eat plant seeds like
Seeds, yeah.
onions.
Well,
Or
some
it might
plants
make
do
them
better when
cry.
you start them out in little cups, and other ones do better when you start them in the ground. I don't think onions necessarily matter one way or the other, but one thing I think you'll find interesting is, let's say in the springtime though, we want to get our garden started as early as we can. If we start them in little cups like this, that'll speed the process up because it takes, I think the instruction said 45 days. That means we put them in today, right? This is the 21st. We won't have onions until like New Year's.
Yeah, but the 22nd we gotta have our suitcases ready
Yeah,
for Monday, because Monday that's when we're gonna leave.
that's where we're gonna travel out, right? So
That
when you
means
start
gonna
them out
stay
here,
here.
though, like sometimes you can't put your plants in, but you want to start them out sooner so that you can have your fruits and vegetables sooner. So one way to get around it whenever you have to worry about frost is you can start them in your little cups. That's one reason. So we started in our cups because we want to see if these seeds actually will grow and make plants for us, okay? So we have them in
Mine definitely
time.
stays dry.
So, alright guys, so we'll cover this over again. So we covered today
Okay.
what we will need. Can you guys tell me what we need whenever we get started for our garden though?
Moisturize first. Soil. Then seeds. Then dig a hole for your seed. And then water. I told them wait and then wait
Cover
for
it up.
And we'll have
What's our
to put
steps?
it.
So we need soil,
Can we
good
put
soil.
it where the
We
sunlight is so it could get food?
We need sun after we get it, we will in a minute. So we needed soil, we needed water and seeds, right? And we needed to know how many seeds, right? Is that what we covered?
Yeah.
We said, okay, how many seeds do we need? We also went over the steps of like how to plant, right? So do you guys have any questions before we wrap it up? Sergio.
I had a better idea.
Sure.
What if we actually did? Okay. What if we actually grabbed them? What do you call it again? What? Is it called moisturize, water, sun, light?
Seeds?
No. What about we grabbed a microphone plate, a microphone plate,
Mm-hmm.
and then we can actually use. I would say we would actually use We could do a life cycle of a plant on a microphone plate.
Yeah. Oh, styrofoam you said?
Styrofoam.
Okay. Yeah, we
And
can
then-
work on that.
And then we
Do you have any other questions about what we talked about today though? Yeah.
what we were talking about is Farmer Joe. Farmer what?
Farmer Joe.
Farmer Joe. We were helping him out planting the seeds in rows, and then we finally finished, and then we got to do this, and this is the first part I ever done.
Okay, well, cool. So we covered those things. So we covered Farmer Joe, so we know how many seeds. We also covered how we're going to start our plant, so we know what we need to do when we're out in the garden. And so we needed to put a hole in it, and that's where we're going to put our seed. We're going to add a little bit of water. We make sure it's got food, because plants need food just as much. And when they sprout up, then we'll need sunlight, like Adrian pointed out. Adrian, will you please sit for a minute? We're almost done.
Yes.
We're almost done. So now we know the beginning starters. So when we get back from Thanksgiving, we'll be ready to go on the backyard and get our garden started, right?
Yeah.
So everything we covered today is what we're going to use when we're out there in the garden.
And I got one question.
Couple questions, and
Okay.
then we'll wrap it up.
Don't we need a shovel?
When
Because
we're out in the garden, we do need to shovel.
a little one, because our little ones, when we were shoveling,
We kind of lost our little one.
Yeah, we'll find it. And you had a question too, didn't you?
Are we gonna use boards like and like that
Like the boxes?
yeah like that.
could
You
we
could,
make a
and then-
big fence so me and Sergio could climb and get the vegetables? and bring them?
But keep the animals out?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we probably have to do that too. We'll see. Maybe they won't mess with onions. What? Looks like you had another question.
Do we have to do this?
What?
Can I just go like this to the baby shovel in the sand in the
Make the little
soil?
holes.
Do we have to buy another bag?
No.
'Cause we
What
don't-
we're gonna use is what we got in our backyard. Well, we might mix the rest of this in. This is soil that we use when we're starting them in a little cup. So we did that.
Let me
Why
see.
did you make a hole in it?
Yeah. So we put a little hole in the bottom so that the water, if we get too much water in our little seeds as we water them, it'll be able to get out of the herbs, take it out, and so it won't be too wet for what our plants need. Plants need water, but they don't need so much water that they like drown, basically. Yeah, so they don't die. So, but anyhow, everything we covered today, though, we're going to use when we get back so we can get our garden started, and hopefully we'll have plenty of onions.
Mine's flat. Look at mine.
All right, guys, can you tell them bye and say we'll see you later? All right,
Bye.
click the stop.